Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Susan Timchak. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I'd like to welcome you here. I'd also like to thank you for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few moments with me while I create a fun card with you. So I'm continuing on the cards that we created at my annual catalog Stampin' Up Bingo, which was held yesterday. If you missed out on that one, my next catalog bingo is going to be for the holiday catalog, which is going to be released, well, for us being demonstrators, which is a great time to join, starting in July, just saying, you will get a sneak peek at the new upcoming catalog. So my holiday catalog bingo is going to be held on Sunday, September 22nd. So be sure to keep a watch out and subscribe to my channel. Check me out over on Facebook at Stampin' Sue Creates, and you'll be notified when new things are happening, new cards, new classes, new everything. So anyhow, we're going to start. I just did a video. Let me grab the card that I just demonstrated. We did 3 different make and takes yesterday at Bingo. This was the first one that we did. I'm trying to show you the Wink of Stella that was spritzed on there, but that was one of the cards we created. Really fun. A new technique using the acrylic block stamping. So the next one we're going to do is we're going to create this fun card, and this is using all the products in the suite that goes along with the Floral Essence stamp set, which also everyone got in their goodie bag. And here's a little tip for you. It was a tip that I learned from another demonstrator, and I'm sorry I don't remember her name, but she took some washi tape along the 2 pieces, this one being the piece that holds your stamps, and this is the cover piece. A little bit of washi tape that will keep the cover on your stamps and keep them all nice and safe for many years of stamping enjoyment. So this is a beautiful set which may have been overlooked by you in the catalog. So let's get started, shall we? This is a quick and simple card, but I'm going to show you a little something else on this card. We're using the fun background paper that goes along with the Floral Essence suite. That's just the envelope. And we're also using a new cardstock. This is one of our new ink colors, the Rococo Rose, and I think it is beautiful. And we're also going to be using a piece of our vellum colored cardstock, which is a part of this suite as well. So first off, let's get our designer series paper. Look at its beautiful 2 sides, and I mean, you can choose either side to create your card. I think it's just as beautiful either side. So we're going to adhere this first to our card base, which is our standard A2 size card. Nothing special there. Let's see, and this paper is stunning. It was actually created by a watercolorist, and then they reproduced it in designer series paper. So all of these papers in this set of DSP have been actually taken from watercolored paper. So that's fun. So we have a piece of vellum, Whisper White, vellum, not Whisper White, Very Vanilla cardstock. We're going to use our Terracotta Tile, which is another new in color, and this big rose from the stamp set. And we're going to stamp 3 of these beautiful roses. I think they're roses. Are they roses? They're Floral Essence. Okay, we can leave it at that. Then we have a saying. Now I'm going to be making these extra cards that I'm making. I'm doing well, what do you want to call it? Like a card ministry. There is a group that I found that's Sending a Smile, that they donate cards to cancer patients, and I have been affected by cancer along with my mom, who recently passed away. So yesterday at the class, well, at the bingo, I had everyone grab a bunch of my already handmade cards and just write a little something in there and sign their name, and I'm going to be writing up a whole bunch more, and I'm going to package them together and donate them to Sending a Smile, where they then send them out to cancer patients. And if you want more information on that, send me an email. Not closing good. Send me an email at stampinsuecreates@gmail.com, or you can head on over to my Facebook group at Stampin' Sue Creates, and I have a posting there, and I could forward you information where you too can go ahead and donate your hand stamped cards, which is a great thing to do. Everyone that I know has someone that they know of that's been affected by this dreadful disease, and if we can do something to just brighten up someone's day, send them a smile, I mean, what more can they ask for than, you know, than that? Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, before I end up, tearing up. Okay, so I ahead of time stamped on our colored vellum cardstock. I used the terracotta tile as well. And so this is how we created the card yesterday. But I thought maybe I would spruce them up. Now when you stamp on vellum, it takes a long time to dry. So I'm going to take some of our white embossing powder. And I thought this would be, you know, something to kind of step the cards up just a little bit. So we're going to sprinkle some powder on there. And then I'm going to take my embossing gun and heat emboss this, so it's going to get a little noisy. But embossing is one of the first things I learned with Stampin' Up! and rubber stamping. And it still gets me excited till this day when you see how just adding a little bit of this heat to a stamped and powdered image can just, you know, really do a lot. Now you can also, if you wanted to keep it the same color, we have two settings on our heat tool. We have a low setting, which you can very easily use that to help dry. And it's quickly drying our stamped images. You can almost see it. I know you probably can't, but I can. You can see how quickly it dries that image on there. So it's your choice. Either way, the card will be stunning beautiful, I promise you. So let me put this back into the jar. So I'm excited to be a part of donating my cards. I mean, Lord knows I have more than enough cards, and if I can brighten someone's day, that would just, you know, help me mentally as well as others. So look, that's already dry. But we'll take one of our images that we've already embossed. Now, to make the flowers, we're going to need 2 sets of petals, or flower petals. You could see how it was used yesterday, so we got some ink on there. I mean, I did tell them that it's going to take a while to dry, but you know us being stampers. We want things quick, simple, and done. So this is a part of the bundle with the stamp set, this beautiful petal punch. So we're going to just very easily punch these out. Now this is used upside down. So you always want to stamp your image and then use your punch to punch it out afterwards upside down so you can see where you're punching. Otherwise it's just a punch in the dark, so they say. Okay, and let's do 2 more. Sometimes it's a little resilient to kind of get in there, but we'll just move it around and it'll fit right in there. So you may want to fight with you for a little bit, but you'll get the hang of it. And then when you pull it out, just pull it straight out. Try not to bend it anyway, or it gets caught up on those punch pieces, and you know, you may end up getting a headache with that. We don't want any headaches, do we? Not at all. See that? Easy peasy. Okay, so let's get our card. Here we are that we stamped. So we're going to add some dimensionals to the back of this, and like I stated in my other video, don't be stingy with your dimensionals, because there's nothing worse than someone getting a card that ended up sagging somewhere in the card because you didn't want to use enough dimensionals. So they're inexpensive and usually my go-to every time I place an order. I'm going to get my Take My Pick tool again to help me peel off these backings, because sometimes with the summer weather and the heat, which I do have air conditioning, but I have to turn it on. Today is one of those days where I did feel I had to turn it on. And I'll tell you, after the bingo yesterday, I was just super wiped out. When I prepare for bingos and classes and things, it just, I don't know, I guess I'm just getting older and I just get exhausted. I think because I just had so much fun And, you know, it was like such a big project to do, and I really enjoy doing it. And when it's over, then it's kind of like, oh, I can relax a little bit. And so I've been relaxing. I did have today off from my day job, so I pretty much, yeah, haven't really done much today. I slept a lot, and I did take my garbage out, so I feel as though I was somewhat creative as far as work-wise at home. Okay, so let's get another one. And we're going to put little dimensionals on the back of here. And now you will find if you stamp these on the vellum and the vellum is still wet, your adhesive will not stick to it. But once it's dry, you should have no trouble at all. We're going to use some glue dots on the back of here. And we're just going to offset them like that. Isn't that pretty? I think whoever receives this is really going to smile when they see it. I know I always do. Just getting a card in the mail rather than those dopey bills. Oh, look how pretty that is. And see, they stuck just fine. And then we have our little saying. Now you can use your triple banner punch if you have one, but if you don't have one, here's all you do. You just put a snip in the center, snip from both ends, and that will make your little flag. As simple as that. And we're going to put this here. But you know what? I have another little piece. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little piece of that as well. So let's see. Let's go about there. And there. Let's see. What do I think? I think it's a little too long. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to trim that up. You put the two of them together, trim them both at the same time. There we go. Let's see how that is. Let's see. Maybe I could put that over the top of the flower. All right, let's go for that. Use a little bit of fast fuse just because it's here and available, right? Having my difficulties today, right? We all do, don't we? I don't know if I like that. You know, maybe we could put it down here, but then I don't like the background. See? I'm just like you guys, sometimes so indecisive. Let's just put it down at the bottom, because I don't want to ruin the look of that. Let's do that. All right. Okay, Susan, hurry up, because coming to the end of video time. Okay, let's put this down here. And I'm really thinking another flower may be needed, but where is my twine? Let's go ahead and put the centers in here. There we go. Now that may add a little bit of bulk, so FYI if you're mailing this. Might want to put another piece of cardstock over the top of it if you want. And here we have a little bit of twine. This is part of the Magnolia Suite, this twine. It comes with the twine and a real beautiful ribbon as well. And my scissors. And another glue dot. And I'm thinking another flower on here is just what this one's going to need. Oh, let me pick up that glue dot. There we go. Okay, I really think another flower will make this, but I'm going to have to stop now, and let's show you the one we made at class and the one we did today. And I may reposition this flower. I'm thinking if I reposition it. Come on. If we reposition this, this will be much better. That'll just peel right up. One good thing about our dimensionals is that they peel right up. So let me see if I can get this done in time. Put that there. And there we go. I think that looks better. All right, thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Bye for now.